It's okay, I like it.
Don't touch your face. If you're my age, you know that a drum roll. We're gonna zoom, zoom, zoomba, zoom. We're gonna zooma, 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 zoom. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's grooving it. Everybody's having a ball. Yeah. I wanted to be on Zoom. I wanted to be on Zoom. I wanted to be on Zoom. I begged my mother. Well, I didn't beg my mother, but I asked her with a really intense whine like this. How can I get on Zoom? So that's somewhere between whining and begging. It wasn't a real question. A real question would be, Mother, how does one get on the television program Zoom? It was by WGBH out of Boston, which still produces a lot of the content for the public broadcasting system. They redid the casting like every 6 months or so. So a season was a half year. Like I don't know how they jammed in so many different casts and cast members into the time allotted. Because like it only happened from this date to that date in the 1970s. And somehow they managed to have just these amazing kids. And I wanted to be like them, and I wanted to be with them, and I wanted to be on the show with them. I wanted to be able to like hang out with Mara, and I wanted to hear Luis like tell me a story, and I wanted Kenny to like be my friend as we were, hanging out between takes. They would introduce themselves at the beginning. They all wore rugby shirts, different colors for different seasons. And they just would hang out and do things. They would do a Zoom do. They would do skits. Tracy was the best. She had this deadpan. She had really narrow face and this deadpan. And they would do sketches that would not be allowed today for kids to do. Like, not because it was edgy, but it's just sort of like the way kids aren't allowed to ride a bicycle anywhere anymore. Or, they can't take a bus home from school. Well, people are more aware of their, okay. But also helicopter parenting. So Zoom was really not about helicopter parenting. In fact, it was about empowering kids to wear rugby shirts, to go barefoot, to wear jeans, and just run around all the time, but actually have a purpose. I wanted to be on Zoom, so guess what happens now? I'm on Zoom all the time, having conversations, playing card games, having a Passover Seder, having planning meetings, having other planning meetings, having strategy sessions, having other strategy sessions, and even having a reunion with persons I hadn't seen since the last millennium, from junior high, people who ended up going to high school together and yet still welcomed me into their fold as one of the cast members. It's like I got to be on Zoom. Nobody was wearing a rugby shirt on this thing. But it was Zoom. And I might need to massage your brain a little bit, but again, if you watched the show, and if you didn't watch the show, find it on the YouTubes, it's there. Old cast. You can tell me what the address was, can't you? Right? Do you know how to write to Zoom? Send it to Zoom? Do you know how to send it to Zoom? You write Zoom, ZOOM, Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Send it to Zoom!